Hi guys, Mark O'Hare here from We Love Betting. Here to talk Football League across the weekend. Obviously it's the international break, so we're missing the Championship action, but there's plenty of League 1 and League 2 football to look forward to. We've had a good couple of weeks, hoping to keep the good form going, so without further ado, these are all going to be quite stat heavy picks. I'm obviously away on holiday, so it's quite hard to be on top of everything that's going on throughout the EFL, but starting with Walsall against Shrewsbury. Got to talk about Shrewsbury really, obviously quite an incredible start. The only unbeaten team in the Football League. They've won 9 of their 11 games across League and Cup football. It's been their best start to the Football League in their 67-year history in Football League football action, whatever you want to call it. Interestingly for me though, they've scored in all 14 of their League and Cup matches this season, which is obviously a very decent return, averaging 1.84 expected goals per game, but also 1.55 against, which I found quite interesting. They're keeping teams out at the moment, but despite conceding a fair few decent opportunities. But going forward, they haven't fired a blank since April, and then goalkeeper Dean Henderson is on international duty this weekend, so they'll have to make a change there. Walsall, the opposition here at home, have scored and conceded. BTTS has banked in 12 of their last 13 League and Cup games this season. They've scored in all 7 home matches at the Bescot, scoring at least twice on 6 occasions. They are actually averaging 1.7 expected goals for, including 1.3 from open play, which is really impressive. The last time they failed to net was also in April at home. Obviously there's a big blow here. Tyler Roberts, under 21 Wales international, is unavailable. He's on international duty, scored a couple of goals in a few appearances for Walsall. He'll be missed, but even so, only 2 teams have conceded more goals than Walsall this season. It's basically the penalties. They're just giving away penalties left, right and centre, 7 already this season. Hasn't really helped their cause at all, but I do fancy them to get a goal here. They're at home obviously against Shrewsbury, and I do fancy them to score in a BTTS match at 4-5 with 188 bet. If you like head-to-head encounters, I particularly don't, but if you do, the last 4 have seen BTTS, and if you actually collate the 2 teams' records together this season, they're averaging 3.46 expected goals per game. That's collective, which is really strong if you like your goals-based markets. I think 4-5 is a very fair price. Moving on to League 2, Notts County, Forest Green. Notts suffered defeat at Mansfield last time out in a bit of a derby match. Bit of a disappointment because they'd won 6 on the bounce before that. And at home they've won 4, drawn 1 and lost 0. I haven't actually got the stats here, but if you look at Kevin Nolan's home record since he took charge, Notts are floundering at home before he took charge. That was the first thing he did, was sort of reverse that form. It's continued this season being really good. Only 3rd placed Accrington have escaped Meadow Lane with at least a point, so that's very encouraging for them. Chola Ambiobi's back to full fitness. He'll be back available. They've pretty much got a full squad available to them, which is obviously very handy from Kevin Nolan. And they're hovering around the 60% mark across expected goals and expected goals from open play ratios, which is obviously very strong. That's their share of the total expected goals in those games. Forest Green, we've mentioned a few times in the columns, they haven't adjusted to life in league football at all very well. Just 1 point now from 8 games, 1 point from 5 away games. They've lost 2 of those 5 away games by, they've lost all 4 of their 5 away games by 2 goals or more. The exception came when they visited really struggling Port Vale. They've got the worst defence in the league. They're actually facing nearly 6 shots on target per game, just a 33% expected goals ratio, 28% from open play, really poor. And their star player Liam Noble is unavailable this weekend. He was obviously subject to a transfer bid from Notts County in the summer. He's unavailable. So the angle here I think is Notts County to win and over 1.5 goals. 3-4 with Betfred, I think that's more than fair. I think you probably find the same price or possibly even better with 4-5 at BetStars actually. So Notts County to win and over 1.5 goals. You're basically getting Notts to win by any scoreline other than 1-0. Round it up then, Colchester take on Mansfield. Colchester, first win in 5 at Yeovil last time out, kept their first clean sheet as well, so they'll be pleased with that, but you know, I'm not going to rely on them to keep clean sheets and keep teams out. Only 3 teams have conceded more goals in League 2 than Colchester. They've had an age-old problem at the back, and if you look at their BTTS record at home, they've been very strong because they always score goals themselves. Curtis Guthrie's back to full fitness, he's back and available. They're still hampered by injuries elsewhere. BTTS has banked in 5 home games, and if you look at those games, they're actually featuring over 10 shots on target per game, and an XG of 3.93 in total, which is really strong for a goals-based backer. Mansfield, pre-season favourite Steve Evans, obviously under lots of speculation with the Gillingham job. He said it's not going to sort of distort his feelings towards Mansfield. I think he'd be a loon to sort of walk away from Mansfield for the Gillingham job. Obviously they're going to score here, aren't they? They always score. Only failed to score twice all season. They're averaging over 2 expected goals per game. But defence has actually let them down more on their travels than at home. They conceded 8 goals in 5 away games, despite only facing one team in the top 10. Their captain and centre half, Xander Diamond, still out injured. BTTS here is 4-5 with Bet365, and I think that's more than fair. I do fancy both sides to score. I think they're better going forward than at the back at the moment. So yeah, just to round it up there, Walsall, Shrewsbury, both teams to score 4-5, 188 bet. Notts County v Forest Green, Notts County to win and over 1.5 goals, 4-5 again with BetStars. And finally Colchester Mansfield BTTS 4-5 with Bet365 is the 3 this week. So hope you get on, best of luck, and I'll catch you next week.